So Warner Brothers has announced, big surprise, Batman Return to Arkham, which is a collection of Batman Arkham Asylum and Batman Arkham City. And these games released a few years ago. They were on PS3 and 360. Um, Arkham City also was on the Wii U as a special edition. And yeah, so they're re-releasing them, and these are not the same versions of the game. You're not just getting upscaled versions. These are actually being remastered with Unreal Engine 4, um, and you're not getting Arkham Origins or Arkham Knight in this collection. It's just those first two games. Um, so Matt, here's a question for you. What do you think about these these particular games coming out? I think I showed you before the podcast just the screen comparisons for between the two versions of these games, and what'd you think?
Um, well, I want to go out and say that Arkham Asylum and Arkham City were both great games for the 360 and PS3. So hearing about this, I got a little excited because, I didn't play Arkham Asylum a whole lot, and I figured with this, I'd be able to play it again. And like you did tell me about some pictures, so I looked those up, and I looked at, they had pictures from the 360 and PS3 versions of the game with the remastered versions that are going to be coming out. And I gotta say, comparing the remastered versions to the most recent Arkham game to come out, Arkham Knight, not super impressed. Not really. If you if you guys want to know what we're talking about, uh, look up Batman Return to Arkham, and look for the GameSpot article for it. They'll have pictures of both type of the two versions of the games, not right next to each other, but you just like go through a slideshow and you can tell like which one's which. So many of these images look the exact same as they did, and there are a few images that you look at and it's like, okay, there's clearly like the lighting's a little bit different, and this one clearly has a little bit more texture than the other one. The problem that I run into is that I don't know which one I like more, is the remaster version or the original version, because they both kind of look like they could have come out at the exact same time, just made by two different companies. And I feel like giving us that, although it's a cool thing, for maybe someone who like for some reason got into the Arkham series, but they didn't ever got the chance to play Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, and they want to play it now. You're pretty much going to be looking at exactly what we played back on the 360 and PS3. Like, I don't know about you, I can't tell a difference between these. Hopefully, it's just, it's not going to be out until July, so hopefully, like, some more will be done about this. If not, it'll be a little sad. I feel like people are still going to buy them anyway, but what do you think, Steven?
Well, I think like you said, I think it's a good opportunity for people to go ahead and play those games if they haven't played them yet. And especially these two games, they're a really good example of what you can do by taking a game engine and game concepts, and you really have two different experiences. Arkham Asylum plays very much like a 3D Metroidvania genre of games. You know, you're exploring Arkham Asylum. You'll come up to an area that you can't access because you need a particular item to go forward, and you're basically not going to get in there until you get that upgrade or that item, just like with the Metroid and Castlevania games. Then you take a look at Arkham City, and it doesn't play like it plays like Arkham Asylum, but the emphasis is more on this is an open world version of part of Gotham City that you get to explore. And then Arkham Origins and Arkham Knight basically are Arkham City. So if you've never played these two games, Yeah, I would pick it up. It is unfortunately, how much is it? Uh, about $50, 49.95. Yep, $50. Um, and I'm with you as far as looking at the screenshots. They really don't. You can't. It's hard to say like which one is better and which one wasn't. If I had never seen these games, and you compared some of these screenshots, now not all of them, but some of them definitely, like if you tell me like which one looks better or more advanced or um, is done in Unreal Engine 3 or Unreal Engine 4, and you had shown me screenshots of other games done in Unreal Engine 3 and Unreal Engine 4, I couldn't tell you the difference. It looks like the character models are the same. It looks like maybe they're going to do a few things with lighting. Um, they're going to, I guess, improve the environments, the effects, the shaders. They claim that they're going to upgrade the character models, but just looking at the screenshots, I'm just not seeing that. And on a broader topic, with I call them the, now that we're in our second generation of video games or video game consoles where you're getting HD visuals, I call them the HDER versions of the game. Like God of War 3. Like that was a fantastic looking game on PlayStation 3, and they made it look a little bit better on PlayStation 4. Tomb Raider, released for 360 and PS3. A year later or so, it's released on PS4 and Xbox One, and it's the definitive edition, and looks a little bit better. But this is actually this this doesn't even look hardly any different. The lighting definitely is the biggest thing, but honestly, if you have your old 360 or your old PS3 lying around and you don't have these games, you could get both of these games for sickly cheap. It's just you can get them for, I would probably say, between $10 to $15 for both of them.
Yeah.
Um, and actually, one advantage is you will be getting all of the DLC for both games, or you could just buy the Game of the Year editions for both of them on the old systems.
Yeah, which would probably get you to about $40, which uh and that may not paying for both, like they'll probably like Game of the Year editions or editions that come with all DLC, they'll probably be 20 each, maybe a little bit more than that. So you could look at it that getting those for Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3, really you'd only be saving maybe like 12, maybe $13 not buying the newer version. But if DLC isn't something that you look forward to or just like look in a game, definitely I would suggest if you do have one of the older consoles laying around, just do that based off of what we've seen. Because unless something else comes out before July, uh, they look the same, and I don't see a point in getting them if the only difference is DLC and you get both of them. So.